don't know. I'm really nervous, guys, because it's our first pod, and
dude, leave it for the pod.
Leave it for the pod. Hey guys, welcome to Leave It for the Pod. This is our
number one
first podcast. Should we present ourselves?
Yes, I think we should.
My name is Eric Walker. Nice to meet you guys.
My name is Michael Robertson. Hello, how are you?
And I'm Reese Watson.
Woo! Yeah, we're here.
I can't believe it. I can't believe we finally got enough to.
Yeah.
We started a podcast.
This is the first ever podcast.
We have all these equipment that we're not using.
I have officially shot myself.
You shot yourself.
We're using one mic, but we bought three.
Yeah, we spent so much fucking money.
Yeah, we bought the equipment, but not the actual programs.
We have a professional graphics designer.
Yeah, so we're gonna pay him £100. I bet it's not shit.
Yeah, we should explain what this is about.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah,
we should get into it. Do you want to explain that, Eric?
Yeah. So what? I think we're just gonna talk about movies we've seen last week.
Not all the time.
Because we have nothing else.
Not all of us.
Yeah, because we don't really have anything else to speak about. So the first movie is actually Predator, which Michael hasn't seen.
No.
Michael...
Because he was a wee bitch.
Yeah, I'm a wee bitch. I was having an anxiety attack, so the guys,
Yeah, so... Although it was a horror movie, it was pretty fucking funny, to be honest.
It was definitely a horror comedy.
It was a dark...
I think it was more of an action comedy, actually.
Yeah.
I heard it was quite shit.
I wasn't scared one single bit, to be honest.
No.
The only bit I was scared...
I was scared that it was going to end.
The only bit I was scared of, actually, was... does this contain spoilers? We haven't talked about this.
I mean...
Is it worth it? Because it's Predator, and it's not very good, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean... Great.
Is it?
I enjoyed
it. Is it more of a thriller it's supposed to be than
I had a great time.
I think it depends what mood you go into. Like most.
If you go into it thinking I'm going to see a Predator film like the 1980s,
you're not going to get that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger one, you're not going to.
That's why a lot of people are disappointed.
If you go into it with like I'm just going in and see an action film, just to let my mind wander.
I think that's the problem. I got in thinking I might be scared at some moments, and the only bit I was scared was at the start. You know when it's dark and the snipers.
Oh, before the film starts.
And there's like crawling in the woods, and you're like, oh, where's the Predator going to come out? But then the blood was quite fucking cool when it fell on his face.
What do you mean the blood?
Well, because they're transparent, they have this device that makes them transparent, and the blood fell on his face, so you can see its face. That was quite cool.
Transparent, that's what you were saying. I had no idea what you said twice.
Transparent. Sorry, he's Spanish.
I haven't done my fricatives today, I'm sorry.
We should do our voice warm up.
Yeah, we should. I bet that'll come across really well on this podcast.
Just fell onto the mic.
That's gonna be a big.
Sorry about that.
Oh, there we go again.
Man,
just fucking.
Our plosives are gonna be all over the place.
Just so we're all clear, we will have a camera at some point. Not at the moment.
You don't need to lean forward.
I just feel like I do though.
But you don't.
I'll stop.
So who's banging the table?
I think I was shaking my legs up and down.
Yeah.
But you said that nervous, man.
So
I'm not gonna lie, I'm shaking my right leg.
I'm gonna shit myself right now.
Yeah, no, Predator.
Oh yeah, right into the Predator.
Yeah. To be honest, I enjoyed it. I liked it.
It starts off with like the ship coming down to Earth and it's getting chased by.
We don't know why.
Well, it's actually crashing into Earth and then they let off
It doesn't explain why they crash though. It just crashes, and yeah, essentially it's the story about how do humans stop this predator coming to Earth. But then it sort of gets like a twist at the end, which makes it a reason for the predator to come to Earth, and then it's the big boy, which is in a trailer, so it's not a spoiler.
That is very true.
What is it? The evolution of the predator, the big fucking 11-foot guy.
The 11-foot one, yeah, he's huge. I'm just gonna get up like the actors and that in it so we can refer to them.
Do you know? I don't think I've seen a Predator or Alien versus Predator ever.
Have you not seen
an Alien film?
Have you never seen the actual Predator?
I've definitely seen it, but I was very young when I saw. I can't remember. It's not like I've watched them properly.
I fell asleep last time.
I love the Predator.
Twice.
It's so cool.
But is the first one very? I
love the scene when they attack the camp, and they just go fucking like, shooting at everyone. That's quite cool.
Wait, in which film?
In the first one, mate.
There's a lot of films that
there's
have
only one Predator in the first one.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. When they get to the camp,
you like it when the gun noises
go. Yeah, I am a big fan of gun noises.
So the main guy in it is Boyd Holbrook, who plays
the blondie
Quinn McKenna, and he's like the main soldier in it. I thought it was okay. I think he was very much like a very stereotypical action marine.
Attractive in some way.
Yeah. What cared about his son?
He can speak. What are you doing?
I'm seeing if did you start the time?
No, because we have a timer there.
Oh, sick.
It's been 5 minutes and
5 whole minutes into the podcast.
5 whole minutes of pure pleasure. Pure
pleasure. Well, your orgasm.
We're really not talking about Predator, are we?
No, we're not.
So we're about to go into it right now.
Right.
So yeah, the main guy is a very stereotypical action.
He sort of leads the film because that's what he needs to do.
Yeah. Olivia Munn is like the female lead in it, and she does very good.
Yeah, I actually quite enjoyed her.
She was plays a scientist.
Yeah.
The
thing was, when it comes to characters in general, there wasn't one character that really annoyed me. Like, they normally have the comic relief character that's just funny and says the joke. But in this case, literally every single character.
No, it was all they were called the losers.
Yeah, I mean, the 5 of them. The girl said jokes. The bad black guy said jokes all the time. And
the main,
the
general guy.
The kid was saying puns.
He was played by.
I feel like the Predator even.
Sterling K. Brown.
I mean, the Predator was even saying puns when it was the translator.
Was there any characterization at all, or were they all just like one-liner people?
I mean, I don't really know much backstory to any of it. There was a guy that had like anxiety attacks at some point.
Oh my god,
that was Keegan.
That was never really explained.
Mm-hmm. I loved him. He was really good. He was really funny. Him and the guy. That played the guy with Tourette's were very good. They bounced off each other a lot.
Yeah. Oh my god, the guy was with Tourette's. He was so funny, and some of his lines were actually so.
I think he had some of the best lines.
Yeah, were they just like Tourette shouts?
Well, he'd get so nervous and just shout the first thing that came out.
Yeah.
And some of them was like to the girl. I can't remember what he said. It was so inappropriate, but it was so funny.
It was really bad. I remember my favourite line in the film was when the main guy was in the caravan with Olivia Munn, and then the door opens and he gets really nervous, so he points the shotgun out of it, and it's the guy with Tourette's, and he just looks at me and he goes, "Fuck me in the face with that!" Look like an animal. I can't remember what it is.
Does the actor?
No, he goes, "Fuck me in the face with an aardvark."
I take it the actor doesn't have Tourette's himself. He's just.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't.
No, that would be cool if he'd done that.
Also, none of the actors I recognise, to be honest.
I recognise Keegan Key.
Who's Keegan Key? What's he been in?
Key and Peele.
Keegan. Oh shit! Really?
I don't know.
There's all the Jordan Peele was the one that directed. Get Out. And they're like a comedy show.
Also,
a lot of sketches.
Which would not be real.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Olivia Munn's
big bald
actress.
Is it the bald one or the?
Yeah, the bald.
Big bald bastard.
Bald.
Is
the old bald?
Is he?
No, Jordan's not bald.
No, Jordan's not bald.
No, he's not bald.
Well, he's got a bountiful amount of hair on his head.
I'm pretty sure Alfie Allen, who was in the film, he looks like he was in Game of Thrones.
On an unrelated note, have you seen the Tourette special with Reggie Watts, where he goes to
I have no idea.
He goes places, and it's pretty much looking at how people with Tourette's, when they listen to music or perform music, their Tourette's go away, and he's talking to this girl. And he's like talking.
I feel like you're trying to change the subject because you weren't part of the Predator.
No, just let me finish.
Yeah, as I was saying, we really enjoyed Predator.
Guys, I was getting.
I got a whole large popcorn and ate it in the first 20 minutes.
No fucking cares.
I got a mint chocolate chip.
Who's banging the table?
Guys, you're changing it so I can't get my fucking story out. So.
But no, as I said, it was definitely a horror, definitely an action.
It was a comedy action.
And I was laughing. Sometimes I was laughing because.
Was it a comedy? Oh, really? Anyway, the girl says Reggie has a big wedgie to Red, and it was very funny.
What are you talking about?
Talking about a documentary.
Yeah, it was a very funny one.
Not about Predator.
Yeah.
No, it'd have been funny if I'd been able to fucking start, but that's fine. Carry on with your Predator.
Or if you had the card.
The card.
Why do you always wear black?
He's wearing his work.
I'm wearing my fucking work stuff. Yeah. What are you trying to roast me on what I wear?
No, I'm just saying.
Because you don't fucking work.
To be fair, you're wearing a 99p t-shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I give to charity.
Joe, you do spend money on no fucking cameras. Yeah, I fucking said it. You edit that out, you little bitch.
Don't think he's going to.
Yeah. Don't. It's funny.
Edit it out.
You better not fucking edit out anything I say.
I'm
gonna
beep all that. No one's gonna know what you just said.
So it's just gonna be like 1 minute of beeping.
No, they're gonna hear me say edit that out, and then it's gonna be. Then you're gonna be like, please don't edit that.
Get used to these guys. But it's gonna be edited. So.
No, but it's funny if you better not.
Wait now.
Anyway, another part.
Pretty much Predator was shit, and no one cares.
No, I understand. I understand why people would say shit and why they don't like it. I think
hardcore fans of Predator would say.
I can see their point of view and I can understand it. But me, I'm not a ginormous fan of it. I enjoy the films. I think the first Predator is quite good, but like.
I love all the Predator films. They're so cool.
And you still like,
and to be honest,
still like this one even though you like the other ones.
Yeah. It was.
I'm not like a diehard fan. I just like the action.
Right.
It was the effects of the Predator were quite good as well.
Yeah,
it was quite satisfying.
One was so cool. The dogs were unnecessary.
Yeah, all these Predator dogs. No, there was this weird side story
Red
with
dog.
the kid and the dog, where the kid was scared of the dog, but then the dog came and helped him, but then
the
did fuck
kid,
all,
at the beginning
and
of
the
the
dog
film,
just ran away. And I was like, what's the point of
when
that?
You got introduced to the kid who I think he was like
Super genius.
forgettable, but
Yeah, he was a genius, by the way.
he was a genius. Yeah,
Wait,
he was on the spectrum. I don't know if I think he had Asperger's
Right.
because the bullies kept making references to it. But he had like photographic memory and he could somehow
Like Rain Man.
pick up. Yeah, kind of, and he could somehow
Like me.
pick up like. He could somehow pick up the alien language like immediately.
Yeah, somehow, because that's
Are
what
you
humans do.
crying?
Yeah, because I just love the film.
Are you nervous? Are you sweating out your eyes?
I love the film. I love it.
You're crying.
No, but yeah, the dogs. Going back to the dogs, they were just fucking
Yeah,
stupid.
at the beginning of the film, the dog jumps up to the fence and barks at the little boy, and then like
Oh,
halfway
little boy.
through the film, the dog comes up to him
Like, oh, I'm such a good friend.
and then
now.
defends him from the predator dog.
but then runs
Makes no
away.
sense.
Wait, the little
Yeah.
boy defends.
No, the
wait,
dog defends the kid.
The other dog.
But it makes no
defends him from
sense
the predator
because why?
dog.
Why would he? That those.
Wait, with a
motherfuckers
normal
are quite
was it a
scary.
normal dog?
Aye.
So a normal
I don't know
dog
the breed of
defended
dog.
them off a fucking predator dog. Like that's so surely to
Maybe if you had seen the film.
But then the predator dog
That's like
helped.
a screwdriver.
Then the predator dog helped the other guy. So I'm like, are they trying to say that
yeah,
dogs are
because he shot it in
friendly?
the head. He shot
Yeah.
him in the head and then he started helping.
Oh,
him.
you shot me in the head. I'll help you for the rest of the movie.
No, but he doesn't help the guy. He helps Olivia Munn and brings her a stick.
And an arm.
Oh yeah, he brings her an arm with a detonator in it.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
And then the Predator, talking about severed arms, part of the film was the Predator jumping into the back of a truck full of army
Oh
men.
my god, this was so
And
funny.
the driver hears the commotion in the back and says, "Is everything good back there?" And the Predator cuts off one of the soldier's arms, sticks his thumb up, and puts it through the hatch.
Wait,
Because that's
that
what a
was-
soldier would do.
That was so funny.
That's what a predator.
That
would
was
do.
the
Is
moment.
it like super smart? I take it. Is that why?
Predators are
I
quite
don't
clever.
know.
What a
I mean,
weird
it can-
thing
it
for
can-
the predator to find out.
It can emulate our voices.
Yeah.
So if it hears something, it can emulate it and then say
So
whatever it
you're telling me
wants.
that predator thought, he wants to know if he's okay, cuts the arm off, stops him from screaming, turns the thumb up,
Like,
and goes,
killed him and then cut his arm.
cut.
I feel like that's
They
the
killed
point.
like 7 of them without the guy in front.
I feel like that's the point when I'm like, what exactly is this?
I
Yeah,
feel like
that's
they were
stupid.
I felt like the director was just doing whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
He was like,
I feel like there was
"Here
7
you go,
directors or
fucking
something.
Throw that in there.
I want some action. Well, it's almost fucking arm to be cut off.
To be honest, there was a lot of action, but there wasn't too much explosion CGI stuff.
I don't like
Yeah.
CGI
Like,
stuff a lot.
it didn't like there was CGI, but it didn't bug me that much.
The one thing that bothers me about the Predators is the way they run, because they look. I know they're heavy and they have all the armor on, but they look like they run real slowly, or like they've just shit themselves.
Oh my god, they do.
Because he's like,
Yeah,
I
straight in
know you
the
can't
arm.
see me right now, but I'm running like I've shit myself.
What does a predator look like? Would you say, like with your body?
Like his mouth looks like
Like a weird,
vagina.
like Bob Marley on serious drugs kind of stuff.
Bob Marley on serious. So like,
Yeah.
is it like?
Oh,
does
Mark.
it sound?
Have you never seen a Predator?
No. Can you
Well,
show
yeah,
me?
You don't even. Oh my god.
Man, well, I
So
to be
one of
honest
the-
with you,
another one of the bits that was like a callback to the original is when Arnold Schwarzenegger
Oh,
goes,
yeah.
"Get into the chopper," and then the main, so yeah, that's what a predator looks like there, and the mouth opens.
oh my god, it looks like wait, that one looks like if you've seen Mad Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Do-
yeah.
do you know
I,
the fucking
I see the
evil guy that
similarity.
he keeps on the water?
I see the similarity. Yeah.
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 Oh,
Well, the new Mad
something
Max.
Joe.
Something in
The-
Joe.
the-
The one that needs
Tom
like
Hardy.
fucking that has all that
The one
fucked
with,
up
the one with
skin.
Tom Hardy.
The one, yeah,
Yeah.
the one with Tom Hardy. Aye.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It's Tom
But
Hardy.
yeah, so the main black guy of the losers looks at a bunch of bikes, like chopper bikes, and he just shouts, "Get to the choppers!"
Mm.
And everyone in the cinema when we were watching it was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I thought it was quite.
Ah.
I thought it was a bit cheap, to be honest.
There
It's
is,
It's
he
just like,
said
oh,
it.
just put that in there, and everyone was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's.
Nah,
that's
because
for the
let's be
film.
real, that money, that line is straight money. Do you know what I mean? That's like what they need. They, need
That,
to
they
bring
had
that
to
up.
have something.
I would have rather one of them went, "You're a very ugly motherfucker," because that's what Arnold Schwarzenegger said when he saw the face for the
Ugly
face.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. Did he not say that? The main guy might have said
Might have
that
said
at
that,
some
actually,
point.
no,
The other
think
guy
about it.
might have said-
The
took it
main
as well.
guy. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about like callbacks though to other things, like unnecessarily. Do you know
I
what
feel
mean?
like every now and then.
I think it was alright.
Yeah, I think every now and then it's like, oh, that's funny.
To be fair,
and the fans will appreciate
how
it.
you're describing the story, it seems like as he was doing whatever he wanted, it didn't really have much of a bar where it was kind of putting itself, so it could really.
No.
That said, I really like the idea of why the Predator came here.
To help the
Yeah.
humans killed. Yeah. So
Yeah.
he came here with he was delivering an item called the Predator Killer. So the Predator was bringing an item
kill
called
himself.
Predator Killer to
A
the
suicidal
humans.
predator was
Yeah.
coming.
No, because basically the Predators wanted to use Earth as hunting grounds.
Okay.
And that's why they were going to planet, getting the most powerful beings of
Yeah,
that planet
the most
and
perfect
making
beings.
and evolving themselves into better hunters.
Okay, that's
So
a cool
they would
concept.
steal.
Man.
They would
Yeah.
steal the other species' spines to then
to get the
from that
fluid,
DNA.
get the spinal
See,
fluid.
that's
Yeah.
a shame because it's one of these things where it's like a great concept.
So
and they
then
go
what they
on
were the better predators were going to use the Earth as a new livid because the humans are in the long term in danger of extinction because we are dying.
And
We're
predators
fucking our
have
planet.
human DNA in them.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
now
looked at
predators
it.
are half human or something. So that's the plan
Wait,
to
how?
come here and exterminate
Because
the
they
human
were
race
taking spinal
and take
fluid.
over the Earth. But then
And
the
then
new
that's why
predator,
it's
who I
getting
guess
their DNA.
the normal predator, who I guess was going to get killed because he wasn't like 11 foot.
No, the non-predator was going to get killed because he was a traitor.
Yeah.
Because he
That's
was
why-
helping us.
Yeah, he did say traitor in the film actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
Because he was bringing the humans the thing to kill the
You know,
rest of them.
Alien versus Predator. Well, Predators are aliens as well, I assume.
I remember.
Well,
I
they're
remember.
aliens, but they're not.
I remember.
xenomorphs.
I remember seeing scenes of that when I was a kid. And I was like, "This is amazing," but I rewatched it and I was like, "This is shite." Like,
Alien
I
versus
remember there was a
Predator.
film where a predator just slashes an alien's head off in half,
And then it slides
off
that's
with-
Alien versus Predator,
without
yeah.
bearing in mind that his
Blood
blood
is
is made
acid.
of acid, and they don't mention that for some reason.
They
but
did
then,
mention it. It does.
yeah, but it doesn't like he
because
just
the blood doesn't drop on the Predator.
yeah, but he's still like.
He doesn't care. He's got armor.
Yeah.
But it's a fucking
Predators
alien.
are badass.
They were ready for the
I
aliens.
know, but I remember you seen that scene. And be like, this is dumb.
No, it's not dumb. It's
And
cool.
it's
It's
not even
freaking
dumb.
awesome.
Okay, well,
Fucking
that's your
cool.
opinion. I have to
Anyway.
respect. I have an opinion on your opinion. Would you like to hear it?
No. The
Okay.
next coolest bit was when the 11-foot Predator took off in the ship and the three guys could somehow run as fast as the spaceship.
Yeah,
And then
that was quite
jumped
cool.
on it. And then the spaceship...
The two of them died the most ways, to be honest.
The 11...
The most what?
So
the 11
yeah,
foot Predator.
the deaths in the film.
The
were
most
very
silly
retarded.
ways, I sure you mean.
It's fine. I'll just beep it out.
The 11-foot...
He just said a really bad thing.
The 11-foot Predator puts on the force field, like, overshield, and one of them goes underneath, which is quite intelligent. The other guy jumps on top, so he's still outside of the force field, and one guy stands still and gets his legs cut off, and then slides off the rest of the ship. And then the black guy on the outside looks through the force field, puts his thumbs up, laughs, and then launches himself while shooting into the engine of the spaceship. And then the main guy's just like, oh, what the fuck?
What?
So he slides down the ship, lands on the other end of the force field, and just jumps into the spaceship. He was like, fuck physics. Let's just make anything up. Somehow, for some reason, the only part of the ship that there wasn't a force field was the outside of the engines.
A
The
classic,
intake.
Yeah, that's
a classic
true.
error
Yeah.
that all fucking who are extremely intelligent predators make.
Yeah.
Their only weakness. They're like, nah, we won't need for them. We'll fucking keep it wide open so they can get in.
And,
So they can fire a missile,
Yeah.
or just a human can jump right
yeah,
into
it was actually, and it wasn't even that big a gun. Like, if you shot a missile, that would totally destroy
Well, it's the
it.
same thing as like in Star Wars. They were like, guys, should we maybe like cover up this hole that can maybe destroy them? Nah, no one's gonna get that. Not at all.
Yeah.
And then fucking, you know what I mean?
And
It's
then
like
3 movies after, everyone's done the same.
you just know the writers got to that point and went, shit. How do
Yeah.
how you know what? How do I?
They need to
Yeah.
win somehow.
How do I explain
How
this?
do I
How
do
do I set
it?
up a sequel?
Yeah, exactly. How do I make a sequel? How do I get that money?
And so basically they crash the ship into the ground, and then the main guy, the Predator dog, and Olivia Munn have a fight with the 11-foot Predator, and they attach bombs to him and fucking blow him up. and then his arm just like blows up and lands on the floor.
Why? What's with arms just falling off the floor?
And then the end of the film,
the cheapest prosthetic.
The end of the film was where they set up the sequel, so they finally see what the Predator killer is.
Me and Reese were like, please be this.
Yeah, I thought so. They have basically like a sarcophagus that they're cooling off, and then it opens, and I'm like, please be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Please be like a metal Arnold Schwarzenegger, because that would be so funny and so cool.
I think the film had gone to such the film had gone to so stupid that it was like, if that happens, I will not even be mad. I just won't care.
I would love it, but this little drone flies out. This little metal drone flies out, looks at a doctor, and attaches itself to his arm, and then like puts on this Iron Man Predator suit, and it like takes over his whole body, and it's got like 10 guns on it that automatically aim at anything, and then it devolves and it goes back to the little arm drone, and the main guy says, "I think that's my new suit. Have you got that in a size 12?"
Yeah. Also, why is this dude just declared that suit his? Why did he declare suit? Why is it his? It's a bit selfish, to be honest.
Just because his son's like a genius, and he happened to know a dog that killed the Predator.
Yeah, he deserves the suit.
But overall, what would you give out of 10?
Out of 10?
To be honest,
well, personally, from all my knowledge, I'd give it a solid 6.5.
No, to be honest, I'd give it a 6 because it was shit. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it was shit. But I enjoyed.
You appreciate
myself.
the shit.
Yeah, I enjoyed myself.
You know what I mean? Shit's funny sometimes.
It's a Predator. I like seeing Predator.
If I was gonna give it like
Predators are cool.
If I was gonna give it a rating out of like entertainment, I would say like an 8 or an 8.5. As a film, it was like a 7.
A 7 out of a film?
Nah,
I wouldn't say. I think a 7 is a big range.
Maybe like a 5. It was an average film.
Yeah.
But as entertainment value, 8 or 8.5. It was so funny.
Well, for an average
funny.
film, I love a film that's like supposed to be serious, but it's just funnily shit.
They did not make this serious. They knew that they were.
Alright. Well, I mean, to be honest, you gotta respect them for
I like the way they direct because. I like the way the director works.
But yes, we will have to move on to our next
second film.
Luckily, I have seen this one, so I can input slightly into this, which is good.
Blackkklansmen.
Blackkklansmen.
Yeah.
Yes. An interesting film.
So this film that I had not seen any trailers for, and I went into it being told it was a comedy.
I think because we saw trailers for it, me and my friend Eric here were a lot more excited of what we might see. But it turns out, and this is just from what I saw, that all of the funny bits and all of the good comedic moments are in the trailer. And if anything, for me, it came across like it was trying to get all its best bits for you to come in, and then it was going to preach to you. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like they tried to get as much people on those seats for a reason. And I mean, it's a political film. Yeah, essentially, it's a social political film.
It's got dark comedy in it. I guess you could say it's very much that if you don't if you're easily offended by even hearing the N word, I mean, you probably wouldn't go and see this film anyway. But it's every 2 minutes is the N word or a racial slur,
here's the thing,
which is obviously necessary in this film.
I will say this that it is one of these things where I feel like it was an important movie for sure. You would admit that it's an important movie. It gives across the right message. Obviously racism is bad. It's kind of letting the younger generation know that and giving it in like a storied context so that it kind of makes it a little bit more relatable. However, I went into it thinking that it would have it would be a really good story that would touch on those topics and would make you think about it. But then it turned into this sort of preachy, it was almost like the story itself was just made just for this. It wasn't like it was a cool story that they thought, this could also do this. It was purely made to put across what they were thinking, and that was made extra clear by at the end when we saw 3 protest videos from 2017
from Charlottesville.
And honestly, it was just, man, I didn't pay to come and see some.
I feel that
it was like shock value.
Yeah,
but it did what it was supposed to do, and I think it opened people's eyes a lot more to.
I didn't know a lot.
I didn't know it.
I know.
I hadn't seen any of those videos.
I hadn't seen the girl got killed.
Obviously, this is an issue that's more big in the United States than it is here in Britain.
Yeah.
And that's probably why we don't know anything about it.
And the more I think about it, because it was a made-up story, they were definitely going at that they were talking about how is it not made up?
No, it's true.
Pretty
Is
sure
it a
it's
true
based on
story?
a true story. Alright.
Almost.
But the thing is though, is a lot of times when it says true story, it can be loosely
It
based.
comes
on...
the incredible true story of an American hero. It's there,
Incredible, true.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, completely.
I mean, I'm almost certain it's true at the very beginning.
Well, to be fair, it makes sense then, because I thought the story was a little bit...
I thought the film was good. The only issue was I had the mentality of I'm going to watch a comedy, I'm going to laugh for the next 2 hours. And I'm not going to lie, I fell asleep in one scene.
You did fall asleep a lot though, especially when girls are around.
Yeah, I have an issue with that actually.
But that's for later.
Yeah, that's another pod. Leave for the pod.
Leave for the next pod.
Leave for the next pod. Exactly.
But no, yeah, I fell asleep, and if it weren't for that extremely loud gunshot, oh my god!
Like the one gunshot in the film.
No, there was a few. There was a pitter patter.
It was so loud, I got such a fright, and yeah.
Also, so pretty much, I think we should go into how we went into Predator in terms of like the casting of it. So they had can you look up Denzel Washington's son's name? Because I think it's
David something.
David.
Yeah. So we were talking about it afterwards about his performance, and personally because I really like Denzel Washington and I'm a big fan of him, I was expecting like quite a lot.
His character was so boring.
I thought it was real like one dimensional.
It went from feeling no emotion to being total comedian.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand it.
It was weird.
Like he would be so serious, and then the scene on the phone, he would just start laughing and being so funny, and I'm like, why weren't you this character all the way through the film? Like it would have been so much more interesting. Like Adam Driver, he was so good compared to him.
I think being next to Adam Driver
didn't help.
No,
because he's so good.
Because he was so good,
so much.
which means that
Steve Buscemi was the other one.
Yeah.
Was Steve Buscemi the other one?
He was the other one. Yeah. No, sorry, not Steve.
No, it wasn't
Michael
Steve Buscemi.
What was his brother? I think.
Oh really?
Michael Buscemi.
I didn't know because I knew it wasn't Steve Buscemi.
He looked very similar to Steve Buscemi, but no, it was Michael Buscemi. Sorry.
What was the guy that was?
What's Michael Buscemi been in?
Have a
look. Shout out to IMDb.
But keep going. Keep talking off.
No, I think the guy that was Eddie Brock in the Spider-Man trilogy, Topher Grace. Topher Grace. I really liked him.
You liked him
as the leader.
Which one was he?
Duke. He was David Duke.
Oh, he was very good, and we saw videos of it later on. And
I thought he was very good.
He was very well done.
And I'm pretty sure that
he was so oblivious to the fact that he was like, I know when I'm talking to a black man.
Yes, they have certain vowels that they say.
But they didn't say black man. They said another word.
Yeah.
But,
yes, the N word.
Also, Laura Harrier, who was in Spider-Man: Homecoming, which that love story was.
It was so
unnecessary.
It
wasn't unnecessary because it would have made the story better, but I just couldn't.
I hated her.
They had no chemistry.
Between
him being boring and Sheen being a character that has nothing to do.
I think the character was unlikable. Like I didn't not that I didn't care, but like I didn't have an emotional attachment.
I didn't care when I saw them speak together. I was like, man, that's so not real. Like it just, you know what I mean? I didn't see anything between them.
I think for me the thing is, I really liked the ones that like the bad guys. I really liked it. Every single one of them was good.
Not the guy that.
The guy with the little moustache.
But the guy with the moustache.
Yeah.
I can't remember what his name was. It was like.
Moustache
Jerry or something like
but
that.
there's a scene in it that I really I found actually quite heartbreaking.
Felix.
With
his name
was it Felix? With
Felix
and his wife, and his wife is if you can get her name up as well, and his wife is talking, and she's talking about how excited she is to kill like the black people, and it's actually really sad because she's only wanted to like kind of be with him and like make her proud.
She wanted to do stuff with him to be part of his life.
Opposed to like
you see at the beginning, she's like, I've made cookies for y'all. Yeah. And he's like, all right, darling, just go away.
Yeah,
now.
just fuck off. Yeah. And it's sad, and it kind of shows you like how stupid and brainwashed they all are, and then it makes you feel a bit like sorry for them, which is a really kind of brave.
And it's weird as well because the not Felix, but the guy that's the head of their chapter. Yes. No, not the bald guy. Oh. The guy that's the head of their chapter that talks to him on the phone the first time. He's really likable as a person.
Wait, the shaved head one?
not shade, but
Yeah.
it's like a military buzz.
Yeah,
Buzz-
I except for his
He said bald.
except for his ideology,
Bald.
which obviously was not good. I actually thought he was a cool guy.
because
he was really
fun.
reasonable.
Do you know what it seemed
Yeah.
like? It seemed like he had his beliefs.
Like he was wrong for what he was saying, but every time he spoke, you were like,
He had his
I like the way
beliefs,
you
but
speak.
he didn't. You know, he had his beliefs, but he wasn't almost trying to do anything bad with it. He was trying to like have his things, and because all the other ones wanted to hurt people. Do you know what I mean? It seemed like he just had this view, which was terrible and wrong.
Yeah,
But
and then he stepped down and asked Adam Driver to be like the new leader.
which is the fucking worst idea. Like that is so Snow White.
Yeah.
Like I
How-
feel
where
like
did
it's
that come
bad,
from?
but like of course Felix is going to feel like that because we don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Like he's literally just said, "Yeah, I'm a racist. I don't like black people." And then he went, "Oh my god, really? Me too. Be the leader of
And
our
they try
fucking."
and like take Felix makes him take his like Jew lie detector test.
Yeah.
He's like, "Do you want to see my dick?"
I didn't see that because I was falling asleep by then.
Did you not? That was actually quite a funny bit.
Then it was
he's
the
like-
gunshot, and then I woke up.
Yeah, the gunshot was right after that because they were
I
sort
did
of
like
taking
that
the
bit when he
detector
stopped
test.
him getting shot at.
And
That was
also
cool.
there were
Yeah.
scenes where I was like, this will wrap it up, and
Yeah.
it just went on.
Yeah,
it was
very end,
way
it was another
too
15
long.
minutes.
Man,
It was
and do you know when you
so
get that
long.
thing where you've seen it in the trailer and you know it's coming and you almost go,
When is that bit gonna come up? Just so it's
yeah,
I know it's
and
done.
then it's not, and then that's not even funny. So even the
Yeah.
bits that you know were genuinely funny, I didn't even laugh at, which was upsetting.
yeah. So it had good bits, but it also had like really bad bits as well.
Yes, and when I said it wasn't a true story at the start, I think that was genuinely down to the fact that
That was Eric dropping
because
a
screwdriver, just so we're all clear.
Yep.
Um,
That spiking sound.
that's
was Eric.
spiking, the ones that fucking broke your eardrums.
Yeah.
That was Eric dropping his screwdriver. I
Sorry to all our earphone wearing users.
Exactly, of course. We apologise
What happened again?
for our one viewer that's sitting there.
Sorry guys, sorry.
No, for all the
Sorry,
people that we know.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
What? Call back?
Oh, I'll call back to
Oh.
something. No one knows.
No, the bit that I was very confused was when Harry Belafonte, who was
Ooh,
the
sexy.
the singer, that he was the old dude giving the chat to the black people. At the end,
the speech that went on
yeah.
for fucking 20 minutes.
I was very confused
So
at that point. I was like, okay.
I could have looked up his speech on like.
Yeah, I was like, this is gonna end a way that I didn't think it was gonna end, and then it's when the like documentary bit started, and I was like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
Tom-
And then the film like got to a bit when I was like, wait, what?
Talking about speeches before I get to the thing I was thinking of, the man who played Dr. Dre in Straight Outta Compton, get his name up. The one that he did the speech.
Yeah.
Why don't you get names out? You
My phone's out of
His
battery.
name's like Kelly or something. They wanted him to call him by his like African name.
Maybe for next time with this, we should get everyone's names on a piece of paper so we don't have to call to them. You know what I mean?
No, we can look them up as well. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
So it's not silent.
No, yeah. So there was a speech at the start, and I have to say it was incredibly well
I can't remember.
acted.
The speech.
From
Remember,
in the
they
club.
wanted all the university arranged for like a speaker to come in.
Yes.
And
Who-
talk to
Oh,
them.
yeah.
And he was the one that got
Yeah, I remember
pulled
that.
over by the
police.
racist
Yeah,
cop.
I remember that.
And I just genuinely like
His name's
touched by it.
Corey Hawkins, and he played Kwame Ture.
he made me feel like the movie was going to
Kwame
be.
Ture, yeah, he wanted to change his name.
Yeah,
He made me feel like the movie was going to be good. He gave me false hope, but I
Yeah.
thought he did a very good job
Yeah.
for the short amount of time he was in. He did incredible. And also, this was near the end as well. A bit of spoiler alert here, even though we've spoiled the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a bit at the end where the wife puts a bomb underneath the car because she can't find
She can't
anywhere else
fit it in the letterbox.
Can't fit it in the
The
letterbox.
C4.
And then they're looking in and they're like looking and then the explosion goes off but we don't hear the explosion. Everything goes in slow motion, like there's ringing in the ears, and I just thought it to be honest, I felt no. Do you know what I mean? Like at no point was I like, oh, someone's gonna die. At
Yeah,
no
but it's
point
'cause it
was
was
I.
all the racists.
Was
that
I?
died.
No, but like
No one good died.
But I wasn't even scared that like anyone was going to die because I didn't care about anyone because he didn't give us time.
I didn't feel tense in any moment.
Mate, it could have been
Even-
such a.
even
the
scene-
woman ended up killing her husband.
Yeah, even the scene with the bomb,
Good.
I wasn't really tense. Like even if they had killed the girl, I would have been like, well, she was pretty boring anyway. Like it's pretty bad.
She was
No,
boring.
it was pretty bad that she died. But like
Imagine you at her funeral.
story wise,
I mean, it was pretty bad that she died.
no,
but
like,
she was
story
fucking
wise,
boring.
I was like, oh, this film must
Like
be finishing soon.
Black Lives Matter.
That was the most exciting thing that happened.
No, but I was
Right, let's
hoping
beat that.
I was hoping
What,
for the
Black Lives
film.
Yeah,
I was
oh.
I was just hoping for the film to finish at many points, and that's not what you should be like.
Yeah,
watching a film.
I watched the film and be like, I wish this was over.
Exactly. Nothing made me want to leave more than when they did the thing at the end. Like I thought, at least the movie's over now.
Also, when the
someone in front of us started clapping, and
when the film finished, everyone was so quiet. Like the whole room, the whole room just got up like. Okay, and just left.
And on that note, with people like clapping, I think that, and I'm not saying it, we did think about it a lot afterwards, and I feel like we all were quite silent afterwards because it did make us think. And as much as we weren't maybe ready to go in and weren't wanting to pay for that, I think that for what it was trying to do, it definitely sent it home, and I did genuinely feel quite like emotionally attached to the fact that someone had been killed in a riot in a
yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, it was absolutely
real.
It was real, and I think on the whole true story thing, it kind of it was a good end. I just don't think. Yeah. I wish I'd known. I wish I'd known that.
Yeah, if someone had told me you're going into a social political film about this, then I would have been like, okay, I would try to get all the information I can and learn as much as I can. But because I went in with the mentality of I'm just going to sit down and watch a 2-hour-long film and laugh.
But then I suppose you can kind of think of it like if they didn't go at that angle, would it have been insensitive? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
if they'd done it without really kind of touching on it. So I suppose I think they did a bit too much on one side, but they could have you know what I mean? I think there was a
the bits I enjoyed the most and I found the most interesting were when Adam Driver was trying to infiltrate the KKK.
Oh, for sure.
And I found it really interesting because I've never looked at what the KKK do like in their
spare time,
in their meetings and stuff. But it was really interesting seeing like being a fly on the wall.
Yeah,
inside a KKK.
Something
not that I agree with them, but it was very interesting watching, like seeing something you shouldn't be seeing.
And also talking about Adam Driver again and how good he was. Yeah. Seeing him act like he wasn't a racist.
He's very tall.
Seeing him acting was incredible because you could see that he was acting to them, but you could also see how they would believe him.
I feel like he's come really far in terms of his acting since the first reboot of the Star Wars. Since the first time he played Kylo Ren. I didn't care for him that much then.
He does always liked him. He does always look like he's gonna fucking burst into tears.
I think after Star Wars he just sort of made a name of himself.
He's got a fat lip.
And now he sort of knows. Now he sort of knows that he has to make an effort because people know who he is.
Yeah,
and
people really liked him.
It'll get to a point where people will go to films because of him.
I enjoyed the parts where Adam Driver was in it, to be honest.
Yeah. We'll have to go and we'll have to see. There's a movie called Bus Driver or something where it's one of his movies by himself and he's there and he's a bus driver and it's quite like a naturalistic film, but apparently he's fantastic in that. So I mean, I'm sure he's very. I think maybe because he was Kylo Ren, he had to be this over the top, bad guy.
Lucky Logan. You mean
Lucky,
that?
Logan Lucky?
That's what Daniel Craig.
No. Look, yeah, close enough.
No, I'm not this.
Naughty.
He's done so many films.
Adam Driver. I didn't know about him until Star Wars.
Well, it's good that he's got his break,
Because he was in the Marines before. Was he not a Marine?
Yes, he was a Marine, I believe.
I mean, he's
got
a really deep voice as well.
Very sexy.
Yeah, he does.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
ratings.
Yeah.
Rate the film.
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
I'm gonna say I didn't enjoy it, but I'm gonna give it an 8.
Should we, for our ratings, do entertainment and then film? Do you know what I mean?
No. How much did we like it, but how good was the film?
Okay.
I'd say entertainment. I'd probably give it a 5 if lucky, because there were bits that I was like, that's fun, but I did fall asleep. And I don't think that's a good thing.
No.
But then I don't know if that means much for you. If I'd fallen asleep or Reese had fallen asleep, then that'd mean something.
Fall asleep.
But I don't know if
that is true.
I think you could fall asleep at a good movie, to be honest with you, like an old woman.
I did find myself looking around the cinema just to entertain myself.
Oh look, that's an excellent. I was kind of bored.
For me, I found that I didn't find myself looking around the room. I was actually quite enthralled through it. But when I left, I was like,
I'm so glad.
Yes, I'm glad it's done. Yeah. So I would say in terms of
half an hour off,
entertainment, I would say for the little bits that I would be like a 6.5 for entertainment, just because I did enjoy bits of it. It just wasn't overall.
No,
maybe pushing.
I'd give it a 5, but that's just my point of view.
I know it is. It's why you gave it. So let me fucking do it then.
That is true.
So it's a 6.5, and then for how good a movie it was, I would say it's very important. I would say it's probably around like a 7.5.
Yeah, I'd say for a movie in terms of me enjoying it, I'd give it a 4. Maybe a strong
No, that's
3.5.
3.4.
I really didn't enjoy it.
Adam
I was
Driver,
so boring.
Yeah, I don't.
As a
disagree with
film,
that.
again, I did think it brought up some really serious points, and Spike Lee's obviously a world acclaimed director.
It was very good director.
So I think as a film, it's probably like 7.5 and 8. But I didn't enjoy it. I can see why people would go and see it though.
Yes,
I think if people go with that mentality
if you're going
and they're
to go,
interested in that, then
if you're going to go and see it, go into it with the knowledge that it is not overall a comedy, and that you are going to see something that will kind of like trying to challenge your thoughts and all this sort of stuff. So, but I think going into that, if we went into it with that mindset, it'd be a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I think we move on to our next movie.
So last film,
third and final of the first part.
A film that everyone told us it was going to be shite. Which
I think one of high expectations.
The Nun, a scary movie.
We had
none
expectations. Yes, we get it right here. Pod banter.
The new Conjuring movie. I personally haven't seen. I'm beeping that out.
Wait, yeah.
Yes.
Why?
Because it's weak power.
You've got weak power.
I've got real strong power.
No, you don't. You're weak.
Babe, come on.
Let me say that.
I'm beeping that out as well.
Dog. Female.
I can just do it. Audible beeps. Say something bad.
No.
You have to get real close to the microphone so it beeps loud.
I like the wee at one of them.
I'm beeping that out if it doesn't sound well anyway. No, but The Nun, everyone told us it was shite, so I was like, okay, let's go watch a shite scary movie.
It was between this and Mile 22,
which we've heard.
We still haven't seen. Maybe next week. Maybe next week.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
The boys. The boys.
We could go tomorrow.
Yeah, for a little
I've got to clean.
Oh yeah.
You've got to clean.
Yeah, I've got to clean my flat.
Yeah, his body's never fucking clean.
Reese is moving flat.
I'm not gonna. Look at where we're. If there was a camera in here, I'd pan it around.
If there was a camera, if there was a
place
is you'd catch something if you watch this video.
If there was a camera here, you'd see some nice, pretty pink flowers. That's all you'd see.
Where?
Right.
Oh.
I
can't see them because there's so much shit in this room.
It's right in front of you.
Oh, sorry, right beside the pizza box and shit.
I swear to God,
there's no pizza boxes.
There is a pizza box.
I put them away before the pod.
Because I put it in the kitchen because there was a piece of pizza that was falling out of it.
You better fucking shut your cunt.
It's like that episode of Friends where Ross dates that dirty girl.
I've never seen Friends.
Oh, well, you're going to hell.
Yeah,
I'm all about
along
that.
with Ross.
I'm all about that. How I Met Your Mother shit.
How I Met Your Mother.
What?
It is very.
To be honest, first 2 seasons I enjoyed it. The rest,
I watched it, but then
the last season,
just so there was
there was
something to keep me company.
The last seasons I just.
So as you can see, The Nun was fantastic.
The Nun was great.
It really the Nun was so fantastic that we actually
but to be honest, The Nun. I'm not a big fan of the Conjuring movies. I haven't seen them. I've seen Annabelle.
That's why you're not a fan of them.
Creation. Annabelle Creation, is that what it's called?
It's Annabelle, isn't it?
I watched it.
No, Annabelle Creation.
I guess it was quite scary, but I wasn't too.
As shite as The Nun.
Sounds great.
It is actually.
But to be honest, I enjoyed it. I'm actually wanting to go back and watch the other films.
I'll put it to you: was it good, or did we go in with shite expectations?
Entertainment.
And it was better.
That's the
it was
thing.
better than shite.
The thing is, I haven't seen the other films, so I don't know exactly.
I can't remember The Conjuring. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't exactly know if it's the same kind of film.
I remember the bits with the nun in it in The Conjuring.
Was there a nun in The Conjuring?
Yeah, that's the whole point of it.
Not to be.
You know the 2 people at the very end that were doing the class.
Yeah.
They're the main actors in The Conjuring.
Yeah, because he's the same guy from.
That was the girl from Norma Bates Motel, wasn't it?
I think
Norma
so,
Bates. Yeah, she's very good at it. I've not actually seen, but yeah. I don't know because I feel like with horror movies, and not to be insensitive, they're all the same to an extent. And I feel like this one was.
There was a lot of cheap jump scares.
It was stereotypical. Yeah. It was very. You knew what you were getting into. Lots of cheap jump scares. However, the story wasn't as bad. I actually was quite invested.
There was a lot of points that I was like, "This is going to happen."
Yeah, it was quite predictable.
Yeah, and also the trailer didn't, because the long scene when the trailer where the nun's behind, she turns. That took so long in the movie.
Yeah.
And I knew that was going to have to come eventually.
Yeah.
So I was like, when is this going to come?
I don't understand why films in the trailers put like the the biggest jump scare.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because then you know. So like, see if I'd watched that and not known the nun was gonna fucking come from the side and close like.
Do you know when's Slenderman out, or has that already been in cinemas?
Slenderman's been.
Oh man,
that would have been a good one. Oh, we didn't see it.
I've heard it's pretty shite.
Yeah, I heard it was shit as well, but still, it's a Slenderman. It'd be such a funny film. Actually.
But like horror films are really funny though for like how shite they are a lot of the time.
It started off pretty strong with the nuns in the cathedral, the main cathedral. The main
that was
it was an abbey, wasn't it?
Yeah, an abbey. Sorry, yeah.
I forgive you.
Thanks, babe. Goodness, I'm blushing.
Oh my god, let's not fuck.
So it started in the abbey with the two nuns, and they were in the crypts. Is that what it was called?
No, it's the blood.
The crypts. Catacombs. The catacombs underneath the abbey. And the main nun had a key and gave it to the other nun. She ran away and she hung herself, jumping out a window. Yes. And it was like pretty brutal.
It was.
It started with a big impact.
Yeah, and then
it fizzled out.
It was in Romania, or it was set in Romania. Yeah. And then this French guy who moved to Romania.
Weird accent.
He said he was Canadian French or French Canadian, but I didn't know if that makes a big effect on it because he sounded.
Can you look up the actor to see where he's from? Because I think that might have just been a bad attempt at an accent, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a real.
It was not French accent.
I don't know where he was trying to come from, but
some place. I thought maybe like like I had no idea where he was coming from. I wouldn't be surprised if it was English.
But he comes across the
which is even more fucked up, I would say, than the start, because her face, she's been like
she's been eaten by the crows.
Yeah,
we said at the same time, mate.
Actually, I think he might be French. His name's Jonas Bloquet.
Shit.
Oh fuck. He might be Canadian.
His name's Frenchy in the film.
French. If they couldn't have been more fucking.
Yeah, he's a Belgian.
We were like, how can we be clear?
What was his name? He had a name at the end. He said his name.
Patrick.
No, it wasn't Pat. It was some weird ass.
I swear it was Patrick.
It was a weird. No, it definitely wasn't Patrick.
It was weird.
This podcast better not be us figuring out names.
It was Patrick. That's what he was like. He was like, "My name's Patrick" to the girl.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, but at the end he said his real name or something.
Yes, Patrick. His name's Frenchy throughout the film. Then he says,
"I don't think that's true."
I swear to God, his name is
Patrick.
I think you're wrong, mate.
I'm gonna look it up.
You're wrong.
He's gonna go to the cinema again and watch it just for that scene.
Wait, to be fair, you could with our unlimited cine cards.
I swear to God, his name. At the end, he said, "My name's Patrick."
Get the money. I'll take sponsors.
Anyway. He's Belgian, but he didn't sound it.
No, he sounded
But then
weird.
Belgian isn't French, is it?
They speak French with a Belgian. No, they speak Flemish or something like that. Don't laugh, because it actually isn't. I have a friend that's from Belgium, and it's a mix between German and French.
Either way, it was a bit confusing, and
it didn't sound like he had a French accent.
No. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. But the whole story is a priest from Italy. Is he Italian?
Yeah, yes. They go to
the Vatican City.
Vatican,
They're in Vatican City, but I don't know if the priest himself is Italian.
No, I know he comes from Italy.
I think he sounded Italian. I think he is.
Yeah.
Anyway, him and another random girl from London.
Yeah,
who we don't really know.
Weird.
I mean, we know at the end why they chose her, but the start is like, why they just choosing a random word who wasn't even a nun yet.
And she went along with it so fucking quickly.
Yeah, she was like, and also the thing that I find most weird is that she waited till they were on the like the horse thing, the horse carrier, to ask the priest questions. I'm like, you've got all the way to Romania with them. You've probably spent the last 2 days, and you've waited till like now to be like, oh, by the way, why were we sent here? Like, really? You've not wondered the whole time why you're in Romania?
Silence.
Yeah, exactly.
We've just went.
You've had enough time to
I
talk
can't
about
find
this.
his real name, but I swear to God, he says it's Patrick.
He's trying to not look at her in the eyes because she's a woman, and she. Oh God, let's not put that in.
I thought that was a bit stupid. Like, why have you waited all this time to ask him why you're here? Like, you're already here. You might as well embrace it anyway.
Yeah.
No, she asked at the beginning, like, why do they want me?
Yeah, but once when they're in the horse carrier,
and she says very like flippantly, like, oh, because of your visions. Yeah. And then that's not explained for the rest of the film.
Yeah, but they asked the priest a couple of questions. I'm like, couldn't you have made this conversation
earlier? The priest is like
earlier?
a miracle worker or something, or a miracle curer or something like that.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Also, there was a side plot story with a kid
Yes.
That
was
so
very necessary.
pointless.
Like suddenly there was a snake coming out of his mouth. I don't think the kid had any problem with snakes.
No, but the snake was like to do with the demon that was inside the nun or something like that, because that came out of her mouth as well. But then he got buried like in a coffin, alive.
Yeah, man, that was so weird. Like, I can't even, like, I get being spooked out.
What I did like was when he was in the coffin, he was looking up and down because he could hear noise in the earth.
That was very scary.
And he was scared that someone was going to break into the coffin. I thought I was...
And that wasn't even a jump scare, which is what this film relied on a lot. It actually gave me a little bit of tension, which was nice.
Like, is anything going to break into the coffin or not?
Yeah.
And then, like, the hands grabbed him from the body
that was a jump scare, but it was very well done, I have to say, because I didn't know where it was going to come from. It was pretty.
I knew something was going to happen because he kept lighting the coffin with his lighter at his feet, and I thought there was going to be something there at some point.
I thought someone was going to crawl up his feet.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I thought that wee boy was going to be in the coffin with him. Yeah. I know, father.
The kid was a bit annoying, but no.
Again, father.
The story is that there's a dark spirit in the abbey that is taking care of everyone there.
Yeah, it's called like Verlac or something like that. Because it started with a warlock.
Yeah.
It was a warlock castle
opening
the gates to hell pretty
much. I'd like to have seen that story.
Then the church's Templar.
I feel like that's going to be like a
prequel. Do you not think that would have been sick? Because that guy looked...
The nun creation.
Mate, what do you think a good horror would be is if this warlock, they knew he was going out there to do some bad shit, and then so there's nothing weird happening, but then they go there and he's already like unlocked everything, and then the scary stuff happens. I think that'd be cool, because then there'd be more tension built throughout the whole thing, and then whereas most movies, it tends to be it's already happening. You know what I mean? It's already happened. Yeah. There's already something that's escaped, and I find like things starting a lot more interesting than.
But the premise of it was he opened a gate to hell. The church then raided it and killed him. And the church took over the abbey, but had to keep praying
to stop the
demon from.
I think they might have sealed it, but it was almost to be safe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
it was very confusing because like at points there was like nuns in the abbey like talking to the main actors.
I knew those weren't real from the start.
Yes.
I didn't know. I thought the one with the thing over his head. I thought that might have been real because she was like the last nun there. That was just.
Yeah. I thought at first it was the nun that had been killed in the first place, and like the demon had taken her over.
I don't know if you noticed, but one nun started crying as she turned her back to the main girl. Yeah. So I was like, why is she crying? She knows something's up. That's when I was like, okay, something's up.
I assumed that they weren't real, but like part of me was.
I assumed that they weren't real as well, like they were a vision, but then I was like.
It was well done.
So that means that they were just sitting talking to nothing.
No, because what I'm thinking is, I don't know if you know, I don't know if you've seen The Orphanage. Which is basically the ghosts are actually helping the main character find a daughter, and I thought that's what it was. I was like, just because it's a ghost doesn't mean it's a dark force. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. I was like, these are the ghosts of the last nuns.
Yeah,
and she's trying to help
to get her to them. But then wouldn't they say tell her to leave?
Because they told her to
stop
pray, and that's what their job was. Their job was to pray and keep the demon inside, but they couldn't do that.
Nothing.
So
it just scratched like a Star of David in there.
Man, I will say though, when it was revealed that they weren't real and she was in there by herself, I got some chills. I was like, fuck, like that was creepy. Because you imagine her,
she got up.
You imagine her by herself, like, and you don't know what she's done. Like, imagine seeing the whole thing but her alone. You know what I mean? Like, talking to nothing.
Something I didn't really get was the blood that came out from the hanged woman. That there was more blood each day. I didn't understand why. They were like, oh, this place is like...
that was just
this place has got stuff.
I think that was creepy for creepy's sake.
But I didn't understand, there wasn't a reason for that.
And so basically what happens is they go into the church, the chapel.
Abbey.
Oh my god, fucking who cares? The abbey. And they look about the priest gets cut off from the girl,
from the sister.
The girl then goes off into it, and this is when she is hallucinating, or like they're being shown these people by this like evil force. Or that's what I don't understand, is that I get it's like a holy ground, but like the bad thing itself couldn't have been making her see these things. Do you know what I mean? Was it because the ground itself was
I'm not too sure.
And to be honest,
explain it.
What it is, I think if you look into this movie too closely, like we are right now, you realise it's shit. However, it was a very entertaining thing to look at.
What I understood was
they always had a get out clause.
Yeah,
well.
the demon.
Always.
The demon can possess you, but it can't do anything unless it's in the room.
The snake seems to be the possessor.
Yes, the snake is its true form almost.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the first thing it saw when it came out, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But snakes have always been like
because
that.
Because they needed the key to get in there, in the special room. But like, why? Like, was that the demon's house?
Yeah,
like,
there was a very subtle reference, like at the beginning when they went into the ice freezer, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's the door the nuns come through." And then when the guy gets cut off from the sister, he's like, okay, and then he remembered back to that one door that the nuns used to come through.
That bit was very good when they go into the room where they left. So pretty much the man, the Frenchie, he had took the body that was tied up, hanging, and put it into this ice freezer, and it was. He put it lying down, and they went in. They were like, "Oh, it's just sitting there, blah blah blah." And I was like, "That's a bit weird that it's sitting there." And then he went, "Guys, something's wrong. I put it lying down, and now it's sitting up." And I thought something was going to happen, but nothing did, which I think was actually really cool because for a movie that relies on fucking jump scares, it actually just made you feel a little bit sick in your stomach.
On edge. Also, I thought it was funny how like you're very scared of like spirits and stuff, and this dude just fucking shot face.
Shot like a ghost zombie in the head, and he was like, I thought that was an emergency.
No, talking about
that was easy.
What was the line?
So,
oh my god.
Basically,
the best line of the whole
one
thing.
of their objectives was to get
holy water.
Not holy water.
Jesus' Christ's blood. But a little bit from the thing.
Yeah, so they needed Jesus' blood to close the portal to the devil world.
Yes,
and
as you do.
They find it immediately. There is no searching.
They're like, oh, here it is.
Oh no, it was such.
This is where her vision comes in.
It was so stupid. So pretty much the girl had a vision when she was younger about Mary points and that
Mary points the way.
Mary points the way, and then she's like, I had this vision when I was younger, and then he's like, oh, and then
the reflection of the sun clearly
guys,
directs it.
We can't. They come and they go, guys, we can't find Jesus.
It was like a cloudy day.
We can't.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking because like the sun directed it in and bounced it, and I was like, that is clever, but like, first of all, what if it's cloudy? Second of all, there has to be a specific time of the day for the light to come in through there. True. What are the chances of them walking in at that split second and be like, oh, that was...
I mean, it is a film. I need to wait 17 hours.
No, but she came in and was like, oh no, we can't find how we're going to find this.
The only bit of the film takes place during the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the only bit that's not dark.
Everything else is nighttime.
And it just Mary points, and she literally the finger points towards the keyhole.
And somehow they've got this metal key for these stone doors that just open as if they're on hinges. Yeah. And they get the blood that is so well preserved.
Oh my god, it's a nice glass case. Who got the glass case all those years ago? Like someone really forged that. It's beautiful.
The Christ blood.
God made it.
Christ blood is in a little vial shaped like a crucifix, and the French guy says, "Holy shit." And then the priest goes, the holiest.
And the whole cinema was like, that was good.
Holiest.
Well done. And they take the blood, and basically the girl starts drowning. She gets held under the water by the nun. Yeah. Breaks. You don't see any of this bit, but she breaks open the vial, puts the blood in her mouth. Jesus Christ's blood in her mouth, and spits it into the nun's face, and like starts burning her. And then that closes the hatch, and the water just starts like gushing into the hatch. Yeah. And then to end the film, there's a little scene, a little teaser.
More money.
Give me money.
Frenchie's itching the back of his neck.
Will it be another film?
And then
what will
takes
it be?
his hand away, and there's a crucifix sign just underneath it, a crucifix symbol underneath his skin.
I bet when he sees that at the very like, that's not good, I bet.
And then it cuts
what is that doing here?
Then it cuts to 50 years later with the two actors that are in the Conjuring films.
Yes.
And it's a video of them
showing a video of him
doing
a lecture,
doing a lecture, but the video is them doing an exorcism of him, and his name was Patrick.
Who's not Patrick, but
his name's not fucking Patrick.
His name is Patrick.
He's not called Patrick.
Why would he
Patrice? It's just like a pastry.
It might be Patrice.
Actually, no. Patrice was the one in BlackKklansmen, the black girl.
Why would he hide the name Patrick? It's not that weird name. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, guys.
Yeah. Go see the film, find out, and send it to our Twitter.
Or Twitter or YouTube.
At Leaf Pod.
Anyway, what were your guys?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but I don't know if you've seen The Woman in Black. I've told you this before. A lot of the scenes were just the same. It was a dark cloaked woman walking in the background.
Yeah,
that was a lot of time. That it was creepy, but I thought it was quite cheap because it's going to be creepy, so you put it in. And if you see a lady with a cloak at night time,
I want to call back
that is very scary.
We'll go over a little over time.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it. I don't know if it's because people told me it was going to be crap, and I actually enjoyed it because I thought it was a good movie. But I didn't think it was the best scary movie I've ever seen.
No. By no means.
But would I watch it again? I probably will.
Yeah.
If someone wants to watch it again,
like that, turn the lights off, get some popcorn, have a laugh with your boys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
so what was your rating?
Rating, entertainment. I'd probably give it an 8 because I felt I was never bored, and I don't think it was too long.
No,
I think the length was perfect.
It was good.
The film finished, and I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
But as a film itself, I don't know, maybe a 6 if so, because again, it's a scary movie. Jump scares are very cheap. A woman with a cloak, I found it very cheap, and the story was a bit dumb at points. But I was entertained and I liked it, to be honest.
I'm very much the same. I found it very, very entertaining. I enjoyed looking over at Reese being genuinely scared, which doesn't happen very often. Imagine
you jumped so many times.
I'm a jumpy boy.
You jumped way more than I did.
I'm a jumpy boy.
Every time
when you looked at Reese's hand, every time
there was a jump scare, I was scared at you jumping. Because I was like, why is the person jumping beside me?
Listen, I was just sniffing my jelly. That's all I was doing. I had my jelly in my pocket and I was sniffing it. So I thought it was very entertaining. I would also give it
an 8?
do you know? I don't know, because I'd give it a 7.5.
Okay, that's fair.
7.5, and in terms of as a movie, I would give it a 5, average, an average horror. Some you go into it, you know what you're gonna get. It gives it to you.
The thing is, I don't really watch horror movies that often, so for me it was quite
like horror movies.
I like them, but I don't really watch them that often.
See, I like man. I think why go to horror when you can see a thriller? Do you know what I mean?
But the thing was, for me, it was like something that I don't usually watch, so it was quite different. That's why I was quite entertained because I don't usually watch
I'm very
that.
similar. I don't normally go to. I'm too scared to go to fucking horror movies. A wee bitch.
But as an actual film rating, how much would you give?
For that's a 5. So
that's fine.
7.5 for entertainment, 5 for how good the film was.
I'm very similar. I really enjoyed it, and I thought like some of the really cheesy lines were made it like quite like humble and like just enjoyable.
Yes. Relaxed you a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, alright, that's quite like I like that. I'd give it like a 7.5 as well for how much I enjoyed it. It wasn't amazing. It was like above average.
It's alright.
For my enjoyability.
Some horror films.
It's all you needed, especially for us.
And I would give it a 5.5 for how good it was as a movie. I mean, it explained the story of the nun a little bit.
Badly.
It wasn't the best. It didn't lead up to how the nun is in The Conjuring, because at the end of the film, the nun died, and the other guy, the nun died, and the other guy, they just created an exorcism. They didn't actually show
the nun isn't the demon. The demon possesses the shape of the nun because that's what doesn't call everyone's attention.
But he doesn't possess a nun at the end. He possesses Patrick or Frenchie.
Yeah, exactly. So then it's not going to be the nun. It's going to be whatever the name of the demon was.
The ladies call him.
But no, because
Savlan or whatever it was called.
But the nun is in The Conjuring as the nun.
That's where I haven't seen The Conjuring, and I don't.
They have a picture of the nun. They have a picture of a nun.
Oh, they do have a picture of a nun.
Suddenly it becomes the nun.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It's weird.
Anyway, my callback was to Blackkklansmen, and it was the scene where the lead woman and the lead male are both talking in his apartment or her apartment.
Yes.
And suddenly they hear something on the door, and they go out, and there's a burning cross, and they start going down the corridor. But they're like on a conveyor belt.
They're hovering.
They're on like a conveyor belt because they're just not moving at all. They're just getting closer to the window.
I remember being confused at that point.
Yeah, I think I looked at Michael, Eric, whoever was sitting beside me, and I was like, what is that?
Man, it was so... It was like, what...
They're on drugs, mate.
I think Blackkklansmen didn't know what he was doing. Do you know what I mean? I don't think... I had no idea what sort of film it was.
No, I think he did know what he wanted to do.
So why did he do that then?
I think it was just a directorial choice. I don't know.
Wait to look stupid.
I don't know.
He must have thought it must have...
Because like, if you think to like Trainspotting, it's.
But that makes. But they're on drugs though. That's the point. Like it's like the whole thing.
I know. I guess, but
that's
I
the
don't
whole.
know.
It was a very like they knew what they were doing, but that made it. Seem
It was
like
weird because that was the only scene that was very much like not like,
realistic.
Realistic.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Out of the
It was to show how surreal it was that all these KKK members were outside their house burning a cross.
Yeah. There's a big cross, man. Like,
it was really weird.
But yes, on that note, we don't like big crosses.
Yeah.
Big burning crosses.
Don't join the KKK.
Don't join the KKK.
It's
do
not
that.
a good thing.
Racism is almost definitely not the thing you should do.
No.
That's what we can
I
take
would
away
just
from
say
this cast.
definite. I'm beeping every single word you're saying.
What do you mean? I literally just said that racism is bad.
Shut up.
How can I not say racism is bad? What in that is...
You said almost bad.
I said no, it's bad.
Oh my God.
You just said it, or beeping you.
No,
It's
not,
fully bad.
Right, I think it's very much time
I think it's very much time to end the pod.
The first ever.
The first ever.
Leave it to the pod.
Leave
Well,
it to the
actually,
pod.
we could talk for days, but let's leave it for the next pod, shall
Exactly.
we, fellas?
we shall
Alright.
leave it for the next pod. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
so
what we do.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
thank you for whoever has listened to us.
Most likely the people who know us
So
and make
we
fun
have-
of us for it later.
We do have social media if you guys are
Uh-huh.
interested.
We will put it down in the description below.
Yes.
And that'll link you to it as well.
Absolutely.
And thanks to our 0 subscribers
Thanks
for
very much.
all the
Yeah,
effort.
thanks for all the Patreon.
Thanks to our sponsors.
We haven't even
Racism.
subscribed ourselves to the channel. That's pretty sad.
That's true. If you guys...
Would it be
great
sad
you
if
could-
we subscribe? I don't think we should subscribe to our own channel.
But I mean, no, I'm not planning. But like,
Yeah, I mean-
we could have at least done it to get 3 subscribers.
No, but that's that's worse because then they go, oh, I wonder who subscribed. Oh, it's them, the people who talk on it to themselves.
Change our names.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But if you could like and comment down below if you have anything that you'd like us to talk about.
Uh-huh.
If there's any film coming out you'd like us
yeah,
to
we're
see,
gonna do a lot of
Yeah.
film stuff. We will obviously add our own little spice into it.
It won't always. It's not strictly film reviews. We will do other things in the future with
We're just
different
gonna leave it
topics.
for the pod.
We're gonna leave it for the
Exactly,
pod,
we
like
just
you
leave it for the
should.
pod.
It's going to be a weekly basis, our podcast.
Yeah.
So
I'm
next
not
week,
sure what day we'll post, but
We're,
Yeah.
Yes,
We'll-
we're thinking
we'll do once
Thursday.
a week.
We're thinking
Yeah.
Thursday, but we will see how that goes.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but it's been
yeah,
real fun.
I don't know when this will be posted.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully
Yeah.
soon.
We'll
And
find out.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See
Leave
you
it for the
for
pod.
See you next week.
I hate racism.